morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever, wherever you. Welcome back to the beta plans. We are playing as Big Sky. Our threat range is 0. Alberta currently has 500 men. He has no allies. We're gonna go for a holy war. And we're just gonna let our vassals do the fighting for us. As we're also going to declare war on this boy, because, well, that's just smart. Also, holy war, nearby people, we can't do that because we have recently declared a holy war, of course. But we can liberate it. Let's do that, and let's, in the meantime, however, not do a darn thing. I haven't actually even... Oh, and now we have yet another war. Grand Colombian Holy War for Colville. Ah, that's the one I always wanted to protect Washington against. Oh, I guess Washington won't help us in our war. That's fine. Let our vassals do it, because now we should be able to call in our vassals. And luckily, our troops have replenished already a bit more than I expected. I haven't done the renaming yet of some family names off camera. I really should have considered that, but I kind of was like, ooh, there are so many opportunities that I immediately went for it. But let's give this guy Interlink. And with that, well, oh, I can also call him to war. Big Sky. It is getting big, but Yoza, as we are defending what should become also fair weather territory. Or could become fair weather territory. Let's not forget that they of course have their own family members that will first be chosen. Well, otherwise we will get claims on it, and it will be family members with claims, and it is our southern border. And as I want to expand, not immediately south right now, I am fine with defending the lands. And look at the amount of troops now on camera. We are everywhere. And we should not forget that we have a loan coming due. And the loan is due in 92, so we have 3 years in which we need to save a shoot ton of money. So that's why I'm also like really focused on getting that done. Oh, they lost the battle over here. But I can't attack right now. I need the cash, and I need also to be smarter with my warfare. But they are just being attacked by everyone, which is causing the big issue. But if they lose the terrain, I assume they will come to us, considering she's now my daughter-in-law. And then we probably will attack back and give it then directly to my son. Which would be a good way of inheriting the land almost justifiably. Almost justifiably. It is justifiably because, well, we would have a casus belli, won't we? She... Of my boy? Really? Scandalous? They must be exposed. I should have smelled profit. I should have made use of that. Ah, they're walking over PoW. You gotta also siege PoW, folks. Well, we are taking Alberta down right and quick. Oh, this is still normal. These are the forts, but this isn't the fort. Interesting. You never change that around. I hope that Washington may focus here, and they are. That's fine. Please focus there. Holy shoot. Yeah, I can't handle these armies of Big M, Deseret, and Bol have now combined into one big army. I wouldn't even be able to fight up with all my men, I think. I will have about the same amount, 3,000. Well, it will become 3,600, but I will have to fight into the mountains. And I need cash in order to, well, pay back the loan. That's due in 2 years. Eesh, I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see a little bit of a problem with that. The payback of a loan, I mean. That we will have problem paying it back. Betrothed can marry. Yes. Alright. Matrimonial betrothal between Your firstborn son and my daughter. Fortunately, this guy is frail. Yeah, I think this is lost. I don't know how this will split, probably in a very bad way, but this duchy is lost to the Gaians. And we'll have to conquer it back. Oh, and this is unfortunately also over another duchy, so that will be... So I assume Deseret will get that little piece. Yeah, and then Boulder is going to get the rest. Unless they surrender to Boulder, then they will be subjugated, and then Boulder and Deseret are fighting with one another. That will be a confusing situation. Washington is at least kicking ass over here. That's cool. That's cool. And Alberta is getting their asses kicked in by us. Awesome. And this is over. Yeah, Boulder won it. So this is now under the jurisdiction of Boulder, and thus Boulder is in war with Deseret. Oh, he left her with this... No, he did not leave her with this county. So why are we still in this war then? We have joined on his defending side? Absolutely not. I'm not gonna do anything about that. Boulder expended. We probably need to kick that back. Get this duchy back under our control. That's so weird. And she's pregnant, so there's a chance that this county will go to a fair with her, but we'll have to bring them back to the fold. To the fold of the big sky. I'm earning too slowly cash. Oh great, PoW is allowed to just siege stuff. I wonder what the banker will do when we don't have the money. I think we're going to find that out because... yowza. Perhaps we should... Whoa, the alliance between... She died! Died in an accident. He will not come to court because his son... That's not an accident, that's dying in childbirth. Oh, wrong man. No, slightly after childbirth and then having an accident. Probably in the mountains. Oh, that is darn unlucky. Well, Fairweather is now the holders of this county by a 0-year-old Fairweather. That's not really what you want to see. Holy shoot. And Boulder is now defending properly against Deseret and against Bingham. Well, that will at least hopefully weaken them a little bit so that we can attack them again, because this area should have been of the Gaians. And it is still of the Gaians. And it has been subjugated, so at least not a holy war, but... But he is Christian, right? So he can demand conversion? He's a Catholic heresy. I assume that would be that he can demand conversion. What is Iowa doing? Attacking horselords of Peck Lake. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't have nothing in Bismarck, so it's not that bad. Iowa liberation of this area. Yeah, we didn't go for that. And now we have a religious revolt on our hands. Well, shoot. I'm not gonna get the money anyways to pay back. I'm gonna have to see what happens. We're all gonna see what... happens over here. We just got caught by an Alberta army. This is... Oh, this is what happens when you turn on Iron Man mode. Well, actually, it doesn't matter if it's Iron Man mode or not. What am I talking about? I'm talking about my arse. Where are you going? To Treasure? To Garfield. Alright. As the soft tunes of what I would consider something like bluegrass, rather than... Oh, I probably shouldn't say anything about the music, otherwise I'm going to get some people slapping me around the ear saying, "Yo, how dare you call this bluegrass and not country or whatever, or vice versa, what are you all going to inherit?" Yeah, you're also going to get Newell. I don't think you need Newell. Kind of want to grant that to my son, but he's never gonna come here. And buying a favor is 400 bucks. No way, no how, buddy boy. You are my son. And now you have a grandson there now, and you can want to protect him, which by all means you should do. A genius! Grant and the title. You will get Newell. Voila. So the other daughter, this daughter will just get the duchy. More or less. Heir to the Kingdom of Manitoba? Oh no, really? We're gonna split? That is something they still haven't fixed. Because this is Manitoba, is in our area. Apparently we have enough to create the kingdom title. It's going to be split that she is going to get all of Manitoba and my other daughter is going to get the other kingdom. Which means we will have to do a sister war. I hate that about the tribal system. Because it just randomly, out of nothing, with no money, no prestige, she will create this title. Oriella. Which is insane. That she can do that out of nothing. Wait, what? Oh. People are now voting on the other daughter. Well, I'm glad I at least made her ambitious, but she's... Why would you vote for her? Yeah, because she is, of course, diplomatic. And she's pregnant now. That might also help. And she directly gives the alliance with Washington. You know what? I can actually understand that all a little bit, but... At least now we have crushed the religious revolt. Thank you. As Alberta is almost dead. Well, this will be at least an episode full of interesting happenings. That is for sure. And that's always good. And there is... Oh my dear lord, you're slow. Luckily, Judith does not have this problem. And of course, as I once said I would do, we're going to name her Deidre. I want this name to be understood. Deidre, who may actually inherit everything for Oriella. So, yeah. Don't know why, but the nominations have gone the other way. As the other wars are now pretty much won. Oh, and there's like a huge revolt here. The bigger tonight uprising. I think the Mormons are completely crashing apart. Yeah, it's another Mormon heresy. The Bickertonite faithful consider themselves a true continuation of the Mormon faith, following the events of the calamity. The Bickertonites, because of bickering probably, believe that they have a sacred duty to share the gift of salvation with people of every race and refuse to engage in plural marriage as petitioned by other LDS sects. LDS? I would have understood Mormon sects, but oh, Westsnake have actually expanded. I wish people would just capture the capital of PoW and that would have been done in this. Ooh, we have some warriors to fight for us. Alright, then, well, we can siege PoW. I'm not, by the way, I'm not sure if I pronounce this correctly. Oh, I don't know who captured him, but good luck on you. Imprisoned by Duke Buddy II of Alberta. Ah, that was the one that formerly revolted. But there we go. Enforce demands. Now we have a really weird situation going on. Could I name this the capital? Can only move your capital during peace times. Because this could be extremely interesting if this will become our capital. We will become a feudal government and that might actually, well, prohibit the tribal dividing of the lands. Which I wouldn't mind if that did not happen. Alright, and of course, tribal. It will give us a disadvantage because we become feudal and every other person beneath us is actually tribal. So people are going to complain like a crazy ass, but we'll have to see. And unfortunately in this episode we won't see what will happen with the loan book, but we'll probably later it will happen. Let's, however, first finish PoW before we end the episode, and then we will see in the next episode probably what will happen if you are unable to pay your loan back, because we will not be able to pay for it. And I may just give already some land away to one of my daughters and give them a title. Perhaps then it will not let up. But it sometimes happens. You know what? Let's do that already, because we hold too many lands anyways. I will give you Bighorn and Wind River. Grand Land of Title. Bighorn. Grand Land of Title. Wind River. And now I'm curious, what will you inherit? Still Manitoba. Crow, Red Deer, a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's because we have Alberta. What will you inherit then? She will inherit everything that's nearby. That's not really good, actually. Nearby, inherit everything that's in the proper Kingdom of Big Sky, but... Not sure what we're gonna do about that. It is always, in my eyes, a little bit of experimenting, and yes, I am attacking with these troops because we need peace for a long time. Anyways, it are the troops, I believe, of this lady, so we don't care, and it are also troops that we more or less... well, it are event spawn troops, so we don't really mind. Hold on. Can we already offer peace? No, he will not accept that. Ancient conveniences. Recently you spent some time reading a crumbling old book, slowly interpreting the writings of the world. Within its pages you find the descriptions of the miracles that enhanced the lives of peoples of the old world. Invisible servants that carried spoken words hundreds of languages in an instant. Even the swiftest pigeon takes hours or days. Could their carriages really have been pulled by over 200 horses? Perhaps the writer was exaggerating. Summoning hot water on demand? That's a prospect anyone could get behind. Could say it's blasphemous sorcery. Diligent study will read our secrets. Or if only the luxury was still around. This gives us shy? I would have thought erudite would be proper. For that, for diligent study. I say it's blasphemous sorcery. We didn't get anything. Okay. Too bad. I do want to finish up this war before we end the episode, so come on. Ooh, that is a long travel time. PoW is making gains that it should not gain. Unsiege this. You have 25. Thank you. How long does it take? The peasant of Edmonton. Are we? No, Edmonton. Oh, that is not... That is... the new area. Yeah, Edmonton, up there. Alright. By the way, through the Holy Warfare, we did... Did we gain... No, we did not gain a duchy title of Alberta. Wait, my first daughter is now angry with me, demanding... Oh, hey, hey, hey. We kinda need to stop this army though. 8th of July. Actually, we'll make that. Good. %. Still not willing to accept peace. Our loan from me has come due. I do not have the full amount, but I will pay the interest. You shall not have a single coin from me. For 20 years, everybody will get annoyed with me. But I'm cruel and arbitrary. Because extended for 2 years won't help. I won't be able to pay it, so you will not get a single coin from me. Which probably will make even more people angry at me. Oh well. They don't call me Greta the Cruel for without a reason. So, here, forfeited loan? No. It's probably for everybody that's a banker that is now annoyed with me. And it's probably going to be really hard to get a new loan ever again. Which could be a bit of a disadvantage. But, well, we'll just have to take it as it goes. Event spawn troops disband because you do cost money. And I don't want that. You really should accept peace, dude. Oh. I clicked on the forces, hence we moved ourselves away for a second. But he will accept peace soon. It will all be over. There it is. There it's gone. The last little bit of, well, non-Gaian land within Big Sky. This is now Big Sky. Borders look lovely. Of course, this is currently independent, but I think we will be able at a certain point to change that. Now, next episode, I might just change my capital, but I don't think I'm... Oh, can only move capital during peace times. Oh yeah, of course. We might change our capital if these wars end, but we'll have to see. And then we might all of a sudden turn to feudal within an instant. What that will do for our laws, I do not know. And I will nominate now my other daughter because everybody wants her. But that was it for this episode. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.